You. What's up, y'all? Tell Like It Is TV, man. Let's talk about it, y'all. So first of all, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to donate, the links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button is, that's right, y'all. The like button is free. All right, man. So let's get into the situation, man, with Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat, and Pat Riley, man. Look, man. You know, it's a very messy situation going down out there. It's paradise, trouble in paradise type of thing going on. But what I would say, you know, shout out to everybody that tuned into the video that I did. I know a lot of y'all was complaining about me getting to the point or getting to the Jimmy Butler point. But I had to take y'all through a long road of the Miami Heat. I left out the LeBron situation only because LeBron is not, he wasn't drafted by the Miami Heat. That was the kind of a situation that happened. But just to throw that in there as we on with this video, LeBron James, you know, one of his crew members and stuff like that to be a part of the plane rides and maybe get tickets and things like that. And Pat Riley pretty much wasn't having it. So, you know, that could have been a big key of why LeBron took his ass back to Cleveland. I'm just going to be honest with y'all on that. And that's on Pat Riley. You see what I'm saying? That's all on Pat Riley. You got to give your superstars a superstar treatment, but the way he running things down there is with an iron fist, okay? So let's get into it, though. So Jimmy Butler has recently been suspended indefinitely after walking out of practice after being told that he was going to come off the bench. Now, listen. The fact that Jimmy Butler is coming off the bench on this team is absolutely ridiculous. They're just punishing Jimmy at this time, and they're both standing on business. I mean, Jimmy Butler is standing on business as far as him wanting to be traded, and Pat Riley is standing on business as far as not wanting to give his ass an extension. Now, listen, anytime that you've done something for an organization, a company, and you've taken the company as being the main guy of reaching heights that they wouldn't have had without you, without your value, you should want an extension. I'm not going to be one of these type of dudes that's going to say Jimmy Butler don't deserve no extension. He's already making a certain amount of money, this, that, and the third. I can't do it. Only for the simple fact that, you know, people do this type of stuff in regular everyday life. Are we making $50 million worth? No, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? Most of us is not making $50 million. I would say majority of people that's probably listening to my videos is not making $50 million a year. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it honest. But your value is your value to a company or to an organization in this case. All right? The Miami Heat organization without Jimmy Butler would have not been to 4 Eastern Conference championships. They would have not made it to 2 finals appearances. They would have not. Let's just be honest. I don't like Jimmy Butler. Maybe not as much as some of y'all. But I have my disdain for Jimmy Butler. But my disdain for Jimmy Butler is not him personally or what he has done to me or what I feel he might be an asshole or I met him in real life and he's a jerk. Nothing to do with that. It's based on the respect that I have for Jimmy Butler being a baller and eliminating a team that I like. You know what I'm saying? And him being the key role of eliminating the team that I like. So I have a hatred for Jimmy, but not to the degree where I'm willing to just crash out on Jimmy. I'm not going to crash on Jimmy. He is a baller for real. If you ask me personally, I think Jimmy Butler should maybe not a 1 year, maybe not a 5 year or 4 year extension, but him wanting money, extra money, I don't have a problem with Jimmy wanting that at the end of the day. I think Jimmy Butler, with his style of play, the way that he plays the game, I think that he will be valuable on when they will actually need Jimmy. And that's the goddamn playoffs. And playoff Jimmy is not just something that, you know, we get out here and we say, playoff Jimmy, like Jimmy numbers really don't raise in the playoffs. They actually do. The numbers actually say when you need Jimmy Butler the most to show up and show out, he actually does do that. So for somebody that does their job to a T, follows the organization's whole rules, this, that, and the third, and when it comes down to him, hey, man, I still got 2 years. I actually have a player option, so I can actually leave after this season. Let me show y'all this shit real quick. Let's go down through these stats real quick. So as y'all see right here, Jimmy Butler, after this season, he has the player option. As y'all see highlighted right there in the baby blue, that's a player option. So Jimmy Butler is pretty much off the books if he decides to after this year. That's a whole fact. So as you look over here with Bam, now Bam already had, this is probably one of Bam's other deals. The other deal extension that Bam got after that, and the numbers that Bam's putting up currently right now, is not deserving of me and $50 million, nowhere near that, okay? Jimmy Butler, he will be making more than Jimmy Butler the year. If Jimmy Butler don't pick up next year, the following year, Bam would be that guy. So Jimmy Butler is looking at the situation like, okay, they gave Bam an extension. I probably got with my style of playing, the way I play the game, I at least have maybe a good 3-year run where I could be effective before I'm pretty much retired. Pat Riley is probably looking at it like, nigga, you're done now. And we need to move on from you now while we can. We get all we can get out of you now. And that's just what it is. As y'all seen in the video that I did, how Paul Pierce and KG was breaking that down. And a part of that was just based on experience on how Paul Pierce got dealt out of the Celtics, out of Boston. He got traded, him and Garnett got it traded for a king's ransom. And the reason why we got a championship in this frequently is because of the fact that those picks turned to Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. See what I'm saying? So standing on business is going to be very tough with the Miami Heat in their situation. If you ask me, I don't know why Pat Riley is playing so hardball with the situation, because if you think about it and how Danny Ainge handled his situation with Boston Celtics, a lot of people were upset. Me personally, I was kind of upset that they traded away Paul, because I felt like Paul Pierce should have retired a Boston Celtic, because he was there for those years where, we were just playoff teams. He was there for the years when we wasn't shit. So let that man retire a Boston Celtic when he's not asking to actually leave the team. You see what I'm saying? So I always felt the way about Danny Ainge about that, but business is business, man, and sometimes you got to make those kind of decisions, and they're not easy on the fans. But sometimes those decisions have to be made. And in that case, like I said, it turned trading KG, trading Paul Pierce, those picks turned into Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. And if I'm not mistaken, maybe even Marcus Smart. But because we were bad, you know what I'm saying? So we was able to build a team that was able to make Eastern Conference championship runs, playoff runs in general. So, it just kind of is what it is. This situation is kind of nasty. I don't know why Pat Riley is playing hardball so much, because, Pat, you might as well get rid of the man. If you're not going to get this man, let's go into Jimmy Butler stats real quick, all right? Now, some of y'all might be like, man, Jimmy Butler only averaging 17 points this year. Jimmy Butler, let's give him the Jimmy stats, right? Jimmy Butler, since he been on the Miami Heat, like I said, they made it to 4 Eastern Conference championships, if I'm not mistaken, and they made it to 2 finals that I know for sure, the bubble, and they played against the Nuggets when the Celtics could not make history with coming back down from 3-0 and pulling it off at home, all right? Jimmy Butler is an outstanding player, man, and when he got it going and when everything's right, you got to roll with that, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm not going to be on the whole Jimmy Butler slander thing. I personally believe Jimmy Butler does. His accolades show that. He may not have been all-time first NBA or defensive all-time NBA. But in the playoffs, That's all that really matters. All that first team NBA shit, all that second team, third team shit, that shit don't mean shit. Because I'm pretty sure a few of these years, Jimmy Butler wasn't even first team in his position. But he made it to the goddamn finals. All right? He probably wasn't the first team in some of the appearances where he made it to the Eastern Conference Finals and lost. Winning in professional sports is extremely hard, and I need y'all to understand that. So when you got a guy like Jimmy Butler that's getting y'all there, that's got him being one of the main guys of success, even if it fell down to him not being as productive as he once was, he is definitely deserving of a contract extension, in my opinion. In my opinion, he's definitely deserving of that. You can't just say, oh, yeah, nah, man, Jimmy, you done gave us 4 Eastern Conference Championship appearances, 2 NBA Finals, but because you ain't win the finals, you don't deserve an extension. That type of thinking right there, nobody's coming to the Miami Heat no time soon. They're not getting no type of good players coming there anytime soon with that level of mentality. Because other than that, they might as well go suck out there in goddamn Charlotte. You might as well be ass out there in Washington. You might as well be ass out there in goddamn with Utah. You know what I'm saying? You might as well be ass for all that. What's the point? What's the point? You might as well get your money at the end of the day. Because if motherfuckers is going to be treating you like this and you done actually brought them to a limit where they could have won the championship and you get treated like this in your older ages, then later in your career, then what's the point? Every player might as well sell out for the bag once they start to get to 33, 34. You might as well go to the highest bidder at that point. Straight up. Straight up. You might as well go to the highest bidder. Because it don't benefit you. You see what I'm saying? It don't benefit you to stay loyal to an organization. Now, here's what I would say about Jimmy. Now, let's say Pat Riley and them do keep Jimmy Butler, right? What I will say about this situation, Jimmy, if they keep you past the trade deadline, I personally think what Pat Riley and them is doing is dumb, and they need to trade your ass because it's causing friction within the locker room. And it's just a weird situation. Jimmy is making the situation mad weird because he's disgruntled, all right? So if you got a disgruntled it's no different from when I'm dealing with a disgruntled motherfucker at my job. I don't give a fuck if that means I'm going to have to work extra hard. If a motherfucker come to work and his ass is lackadaisical, he not energetic about working at all whatsoever, he's slouching around and moping around and shit, nigga, get your ass up out of there, nigga. Get your ass home, dog. Go clock out. Straight up and down. Clock your bitch ass out. Clock out. I'ma clock a nigga out at the end of the day. I don't got time for you to be working at my organization or working for me and your ass is moping around when I need you to have a certain level of engagement. Especially with teammates, you need a certain level of engagement going on. It just make things weird. You might as well ship the nigga out. I'm going to be honest with Pat Riley on that. I don't agree with Pat Riley on a lot of things. Maybe there's some things with Pat Riley that I just don't understand because I'm not in the know-all of where Pat Riley and what his mind state of thinking. Maybe if Pat Riley let us in, then I can retract some things that I thought. You see what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm just going based off what we got in the public right now. You might as well get rid of the nigga, dog. But let's just say Pat Riley don't get rid of Jimmy Butler. Them having Jimmy Butler come off the bench that's child's play. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all get the man to practice, and then y'all tell the man he coming off the bench. On that Pat Riley, on that roster that y'all got, y'all gonna say Jimmy Butler, a man who done brought y'all to 2 finals appearances, at least 4 Eastern Conference appearances. You saying that this man, or 3 up conference appearances, you saying that this man is not good enough? He's good enough to come off the bench? I don't believe in that. Nah, can't no nigga tell me different, dog, about that. I'm just gonna be straight up with y'all. Can no Miami Heat fan tell me nothing different? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna tell me a baller like Jimmy is coming. And let's get into Jimmy's playoff stats real quick. Now, as y'all see, y'all already seen the numbers when it come down to him. Now the bubble year, he had a shaky ass year the bubble year, he actually had a good year. The year after that, was it the bubble year? Whatever. But anyway, from 2022 to 2023, Jimmy Butler raised his stats. And one of those years, they actually made it to the finals. One of those years, I think they lost to the Boston Celtics, and the Celtics made it to the finals and lost. But Jimmy Butler was absolutely fucking phenomenal in both of those playoff appearances, almost averaging 30 a game. You see what I'm saying? At least 27 at best, at worst. You know what I mean? So Jimmy, compared to him in the regular season where he's averaging like 21, 20, in the playoffs, he's up in the score. So when you see somebody like that that's up in the score at the end of the day, bro, that man is, because he's not looking at it based on like, yo, I don't know if Pat Riley is negotiating based on regular season or he's based on playoffs. Because if you're basing it on playoffs and him being there when you actually need his ass, his ass actually deserving a goddamn extension. He deserve it. And when he's not playing, the Miami Heat is not good. We got to be honest about that. Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of Jimmy Butler because he go against the Celtics and be killing. You see what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure he done eliminated some of y'all favorite teams. But I'm not going to front on the nigga and say, yo, this nigga don't be killing. Jimmy Butler, he might be mid all season, but when his ass get to the goddamn playoffs, that nigga turn into a complete different animal. You know what I'm saying? It's like he saved himself for the playoffs and the play-in playoffs, whatever the case may be. He saved himself for that moment, and he turns the fuck up. Even the time I was rooting for him against Boston, because y'all know D Wade is my guy. D Wade, you roll with dude against the Celtics because D Wade was my favorite player. So I'm going to roll with my guy, you know what I'm saying, before I roll with the team, straight up and down. You know what I mean? That's just my way of logic, how I'm thinking about it. It is what it is. But after that, if they eliminate my guy and my team goes on, hey, shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm rooting with them hard body, but that's just how I'm wired. But anyway, Jimmy Butler was phenomenal against the Boston Celtics when they had D Wade and them. So I knew firsthand, like, yo, this dude Jimmy Butler, man, this dude can really turn it up in the playoffs for sure. So he's been doing this his entire career. So for him not to get the benefit of the doubt, I just think that's kind of crazy to me. As we come back and look at these, you know what I'm saying? I just think that's kind of wild and crazy to me that Jimmy Butler is not getting his just due. You see what I'm saying? Let me come over here. Hold up. My shit acting a little janky right now. I'm doing this video, but it is what it is. But playoff Jimmy is a real thing, man. But Jimmy Butler, for whatever reason, is being held. I just think Jimmy Butler need to go ahead and play the season out, bro. I'm going to keep it $1 with you. It's not fair to your teammates, bro. It's not fair to them. You know what I'm saying? You're under contract, my dude. I'm going to be honest with you on that. You're under contract at least into the end of this season. Then you got the player option to decide whether or not you're going to go back there. It's not fair to your teammates. And like I said, if they're saying Jimmy Butler to come off the bench, then I can't tell Jimmy nothing. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I can't even suggest no, because he doesn't deserve to do that. I'm not going to tell no nigga that he need to do it because for whatever weird-ass reason, because he felt like he needed extension and he called out the organization in some form of way. Sometimes you got to call the organization out because it is what it is. But the thing with Jimmy Butler, he should have known that this time was going to come because they did it with players that brought more to the organization than he did. Jimmy Butler he brought a finals appearance. He ain't bring no championship to the goddamn organization. And they did niggas like that brought championships to that organization. So that's just a part of the game. But if they're willing to start Jimmy, then I think Jimmy needs to oblige his contract. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest with you, Jimmy, man. If they start your ass, you need to show up, bro. You need to show up. You know what I'm saying? And I think Jimmy is a stand-up guy. I think Jimmy would be willing to do that. I think Jimmy was all on board with playing this contract out. But when they told that nigga he was coming off the bench, that nigga said, fuck that shit. Y'all niggas is playing. Y'all playing with me now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? And I'm standing with Jimmy, dog. I'm standing with Jimmy, standing on business about the shit, man. Because, nah, man, fuck all that, dog. Nah, man. Because a lot of, listen, if you somebody who works, dog, and you don't motherfucking, as far as dealing with numbers, right? Numbers and statistics and things is on you to put on numbers and getting team and overachieving a lot of certain things, dog. When it comes down for you to talk contracts or talk negotiations and shit like that, and a motherfucker try to play you out, dog, nah, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to play me out with my success and just try to base this off, oh, I'm already making enough. Nah, nigga, you ain't putting no steel ceiling on me. Nah, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to negotiate, but damn, nigga, you ain't even trying to negotiate with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where Jimmy is really basing his shit off. Like, yo, I did this, I did that. I'm not saying I need $100 million a year, nigga, but damn, nigga, you know what I'm saying? At least, you know, Pat Riley might be out here trying to get that nigga $15 million a year. We don't know what the offer is as far as an extension or what the talks are. We're just hearing that Jimmy Butler is not happy and he's been vocal, and Pat Riley has came out. Pat Riley might be guilty for trying to do some bullshit at the end of the day. And I'm gonna stand on Pat Riley doing some bullshit at the end of the day. Straight up and down, man. I think Jimmy Butler is a hard-working dude. He worked hard for his game. He's not the most flashy, but he's very effective at getting the fucking job done. And a lot of y'all get out here and say, oh, well, you know, the young players, they need to play the young players. Them young niggas is not ready to make no Eastern Conference Finals and and carry no team to no fucking championship, dog. Straight up and down. The only way they are at least a threat is having Jimmy Butler. You got Rozier, you got Tyler Hero, you got Bam Adebayo, you got all these different players that they done pieced together, a bunch of role players, great role players that's great at playing their role. You just need a complimentary star to get them over the top. Jimmy Butler is that guy, and Pat Riley, for whatever reason, is fucking playing games with not wanting to extend his contract. Okay, cool, you don't want to extend his contract, that's fine. But now you're making calls to tell the nigga to come off the bench? Nah, dog. Nah. Especially if the nigga saying, I heard Jimmy Butler out his mouth say, listen, it is what it is, but I'm going to come through and I'm going to suit up and I'm going to do what I got to do. He said that. I don't get where all the slander on the internet is about Jimmy Butler acting like he not going to play unless he get in a contract extension. That's not what he said. He didn't say that. And like I said, I have my gripes with Jimmy Butler because he done broke my heart a few times of the Celtics getting to the goddamn finals. So I got every reason to hate this nigga or hate on this nigga or step on this nigga at the end of the day. I can't do it, dog. I can't do it. Nah, I can't do it, dog. I done seen this man be great, man. I can't do it, dog. Whether he got to the mountaintop and failed, he got there. There's not a lot of players that can say that, hey, they carried a team to the NBA Finals and played in the NBA Finals. It's not a lot of players that's top 5 or top 10, top 15. Whoever's in your top 15 is not a player that you could say carry the team to the finals. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Not. Single-handedly. Because let's be clear, Jimmy Butler single-handedly was carrying the Miami Heat to the finals. Oh, Luka had Kyrie, the legend Irving, before you want to jump out there and say that. All right? That's if you got, well, I'm pretty sure Luka is probably in a lot of you niggas top 15, right? Trying to think of somebody who might be top. Shea right now but might be in a lot of you niggas top 15. He ain't carrying no team to no championship. Anthony Edwards, as good as he is, he ain't carrying nobody to no championship. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of players that ain't carried a team to the championship. Jimmy is one. So him wanting a little extra paper or wanting some form of extension or some fair negotiations on the deal, he got every right, dog. He got every fucking right. Listen, the Miami Heat fans is not showing up if they don't think they have a realistic shot at being good, let alone great. They're not showing up really and showing up on time if they're not even considered to be somewhat good. They could be spending a night, having a great night on South Beach and watching the game at whatever bar or fucking club that they might be at. All right? It's no business to spend a bunch of money and show up to Miami Heat game when the players, that you don't feel that the players have a real shot of motherfucking doing something great. There's no need to show up. Without Jimmy Butler on that court, there's no need to show up at a Miami Heat game. I'm going to be honest with y'all on that. It's no reason to, for what? For what? So Pat Riley got to make a decision to trade that man. If you're going to have that nigga come off the bench, if you're not going to let the man finish his contract out starting, then you might as well trade him. If you're going to play weird games and say, oh, you want to act like that? We're going to show you, we're going to punish you. We're going to suspend you. We're going to suspend you without pay. Matter of fact, you actually willing to play? Oh, okay. Well, guess what? We're going to make you come off the bench. So who wants to be in Miami? Who wants Jimmy Butler to be in Miami, and who doesn't want Jimmy Butler to be in Miami? That's the real fucking question. And are they really coming after Jimmy Butler based off his coffee fucking business? Is that what they really upset with Jimmy about? And they don't want to give him contract extensions and shit like that based off if they move Jimmy Butler off the block, that somebody else within the organization or people that they might know that want to invest into coffee and things, coffee shops and shit like that? Is this what this shit is really about? Because one has to ask, because, man, this is a mighty strange situation going on. Why not just trade the man? So y'all want to slander the man name up and, oh, Jimmy walked out of practice. Jimmy walked out of, but you're not saying why he walked off of practice. And nobody's saying, yo, first of all, to say Jimmy Butler needs to come off the bench, that's some bullshit. Without nobody pointing that out, dog, you can't take nobody serious, dog. You can't take no nigga serious talking about this Miami Heat shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't take no nigga serious saying some shit like that. In my opinion, dog. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. But anyway, don't get mad at me, man. I just got to tell like it is, man. So shout out to day ones. Shout out to new ones. Make sure y'all niggas hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to donate. The links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button that's right, y'all. The like button is free. Anyway, tell like it is TV. We out of here, y'all.